Hey, what's up guys, I'm Lan here. Welcome back to a new video on my channel. So in this video I'm going to talk about iOS 14.6 battery life update. Yes, few days back I made a video on iOS 14.6 update on my iPhone XR. So as you can see, this is my iPhone XR, and also I talked about that few days back I will be making a short video on the battery life update and as well as the performance. So how has it been doing with iOS 14.6? So in this video I'm going to talk about my battery life. Before starting the video, let me just show you the graph as well. So this is how it looks like, and this is the background activity that all the apps are using as of now. So I'm going to discuss about this in detail. Also, thanks so much for participating in the community post. As you can see from the screenshot over here, 35% of you said that battery life has been good after iOS 14.6 update, and few of you still have been facing battery drain issues and stuff like that. Not only I'm going to discuss about my iPhone, also as you can see there iPad is there. So I'm using iPadOS 14.6 as well on my iPad 8th generation. So I'm going to talk about and show you the battery graph details on my iPad as well along with my iPhone. So let's get right into the video. But before that, if you're new here and happen to enjoy this kind of videos on my channel, then I would definitely request you to subscribe to the channel, and also if you enjoy this kind of videos, give this video a thumbs up. And with that being said, let's get right into the video. So guys, first things first, before going into the battery, let me first go to the general and let me first show you that I'm on iOS 14.6. As you can see from the screen here, I'm on iOS 14.6 and the model name is iPhone XR, and the build number as you can see with this is 18F72. That's actually the same build number on iPadOS as well. And also with this iOS 14.6 we have a new modern firmware that is 3.04.01. so the connectivity issues have been resolved to an extent, I would say. I'm going to discuss about that later on in this video, but the main motive for this video is to discuss about the battery life. So without further wasting any time, let me just go to the battery and battery health first, as I do with every video. So as you can see, my phone still supports a peak performance capability, and as the capacity goes, it's still at its 90%. So I'm happy to say that I have been using this iPhone XR over 2.5 years now, and still I am able to retain 90% of the battery health. With the charging patterns, with all the things that I do with my phone, still my iPhone XR is at 90%. So that's actually very good. And now let's have a look at the battery graph over here. So before taking a look at the battery graph, I would like to say that if you are on iOS 14.5 or 14.5.1, don't be skeptical about updating your iPhone to the latest iOS, because these latest iOS don't degrade your battery life. They actually rechecks the physical capacity of your battery life. So make sure you are always updating to the latest iOS. Now with that being said, let's discuss about the battery life. So as you can see, the last 10 days battery life, so average screen on time has been 6 hours 51 minutes and screen off time is 1 hour 58 minutes. So this is actually good. I will definitely say the battery life has been improved from iOS 14.5.1. As you can see, there's a little bar you can see. So before that iOS 14.5.1 was there, and after this bar I have installed iOS 14.6. So if I tap on this little bar over here, let me show you. So before updating to iOS 14.6, I was getting a screen on time at around average between 5 to 6 hours, as you can see. But let me show you, after the update I have been getting a screen on time more than 6 hours on and around every day. As you can see, if I tap on here, every day the battery life has been great. So if I talk about yesterday, as you can see, the screen on time is 9 hour 43 minutes. Can you believe that? So it's 9 hour 43 minutes and the screen off time is 27 minutes. So I used my phone till 80% of the time, and for that I got a screen on time of 9 hour 43 minutes. So with this sort of usage and with this sort of background activity, I would say the battery life has been really great on my iPhone XR. So comment down in the section below that which iOS version you are using, and if you're still skeptical about updating to iOS 14.6, then definitely do upgrade to iOS 14.6, because I am happy to say that the battery life has been improved actually for real. So now let's have a deep dive into the background activity as well. So as per the background activity goes, as you can see, so if I show you this activity, these are all the apps that has been taking most of my battery life. So WhatsApp, definitely Spotify, and Instagram, and the list of applications you see over here have been taking the most of my battery life. So overall in this video, I just wanted to say this has been a good update in terms of battery life. So I have been getting a screen on time somewhere between 7 to 8 hours on most days, and the battery life has really been improved. So that's actually a good sign. So I just wanted to inform you that before I go about and discuss about the performance and show you the Geekbench score as well, I want to go to my iPad over here and want to discuss about my battery life with iPadOS 14.6. So let's just do that. Alright guys, so with this iPad, as you can see, it is on iPadOS 14.6. Let me show you. If I go to the about section, as you can see, the build number is same 18F72, but I don't use my iPad that much. So if I go to the battery section, you would be seeing that the screen on time is very less. It's not because the battery life is bad or something like that. It's just because of the fact that I don't use my iPad that much nowadays. As you can see, only the apps that I still use on my apps would be YouTube and camera sometimes, and things like that. So 96% of my iPad battery has been consumed by YouTube, and I generally like to consume media on my iPad while I'm relaxing and stuff like that. So in terms of performance, it has been great, and also in terms of battery life, the iPad battery life is also great, but unfortunately we don't get to see a battery health option as we get to see on our iPhones. So that's regarding the battery on iPad. Now let's get back to my iPhone and show you how it performs with iOS 14.6 update, Geekbench scores and all. So let me open the Geekbench. As you can see, I ran Geekbench score this morning, and single core score came around 1107, and the multi-core score came around 1872. Now if I go to the history and show you the previous scores, as you can see, previously I ran this Geekbench on 6th of May. That time it was around 1116, and the multi score was 2076. So it is at about the same, and there's no difference as such in the performance that you would be able to notice. So in general, the iPhone XR performance is actually great, and nevertheless I faced any issues with with the recent updates. There were some issues I could remember with iOS 14.4, but those were long back. After iOS 14.5 and iOS 14.5.1 update, there have not been any issues in terms of performance. So in terms of performance, it is actually great. And also now let me talk about the cellular connectivity. As I said in the beginning of the video, with this iOS 14.6, we had a new modem firmware update. So let me just tell you that the cellular connectivity issues have been resolved to an extent, but there's still room for improvement, I would always say. So make sure you do consider subscribing to the channel, because a follow-up review with iOS 14.6 on my iPhone XR will be out within 4 to 5 days once you are seeing this video on my channel. So definitely do subscribe to my channel and stay tuned for that, because in that video I'm going to talk about some of the more new features that I have explored while I was using my device with iOS 14.6, as well as some of the bug that still needs to be fixed and the refinement that still could have been done with iOS 14.6. I'm going to discuss about that. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and this video has been helpful in terms of battery life. And if you had any doubts in terms of battery life, whether you need to upgrade to iOS 14.6, I hope I was able to clear all of your doubts. Anyway, iOS 14.6, it's a great update, and it contains a lot of security fixes as well, starting from the module kit update and other updates. So definitely, if you are not iOS 14.6, you are running iOS stable versions on your iPhone, then definitely do update to iOS 14.6. That would be my recommendation. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Give this video a thumbs up, and also do subscribe to my channel, because it motivates me a lot to make this kind of videos for you guys. And with that being said, I will see you on my next video. Bye.